So I'm in 8th grade, I'm scrolling on my bed through YouTube Shorts, and I'm scrolling, and then I come across this jacked, shirtless dude with long hair, talking about the 3 things he wished he knew back in high school. And during that video, he said something that I didn't expect at all. He said he wished the younger version of himself, the version of him that was in high school, knew how bad watching porn was for him. And when I heard that, it just stung. It felt like I was being personally attacked. Hearing someone openly talk about porn addiction and fapping like that was something that I had never heard before. And at the time, I was fapping basically every day. So I clicked on his channel, I started watching more videos. What's this? Self-improvement? At that point, I went completely down the rabbit hole, watching tons of videos. I started meditating, reading, journaling. I started going to the gym and building muscle, and I wanted to tell my friends about it. I wanted to tell my friends about self-improvement, the thing that was helping me become a better version of myself. And I wanted them to go on this journey with me. So I ended up telling them. I showed one of my friends a self-improvement video, and soon my whole entire friend group knew. You probably have a very similar story to me, where you found out about self-improvement, you were watching all the videos, and you wanted to tell your friends, so you did. But many people didn't get as lucky as I did. Fortunately, a lot of the friends that I told had a similar mindset to me. My closest friend that I've known my entire life couldn't have a more similar mindset. But most people don't get as lucky as me. You probably didn't get as lucky as me. When you told your friends about self-improvement and how excited you were about it, and all these things like delayed gratification, instant gratification, dopamine detox, that you guys should stop playing video games and doing degenerate habits, if they brought you down for being on self-improvement, they called you cringe, they made fun of you, they looked at you weird because you wanted to improve your life and you wanted the same thing for them, they aren't your friends. I want to repeat that to you. They are not your friends. I want you to think about these friends right now, the people that you told about self-improvement. Just think about them in your head. Are they degenerates? What are the things that they do every single day? Are they losers? Be completely honest with yourself. Does it seem like they are ever going to change? And if you think about that and realize it doesn't seem like they are ever going to change, it doesn't seem like they're ever going to accept this lifestyle that I've shown them, then there is absolutely no reason to continue this friendship with them. The relationship that you do have with them is only going to get worse and worse, and you're only going to grow farther and farther apart. So there's absolutely no point in keeping this relationship going. So many guys fall into the trap of staying with degenerate friends because obviously we don't want to be lonely, right? It's easy for me to say just cut off your friends, but it's not actually easy to do. But if they're making your life worse, if they're dragging you back down to the same exact place that you're trying to leave, and if eventually you're gonna go to college and not really be friends with them in the future, you're gonna lose contact anyways, why are you still friends with them right now? Why don't you just cut them off now? The unfortunate truth is that you quickly realize self-improvement is a lonely road. 99% of people don't get you, and what does that mean? 99% of people cannot be your friend. They don't understand you. They couldn't even comprehend themselves doing what you're doing, enjoying hard work. They literally cannot understand, like they cannot fathom doing the things that you do, being on self-improvement and living that lifestyle of working hard, of going to the gym, eating healthy. They literally cannot understand it. And you know if your friends, your friend group is a part of that 99% of people, that big, huge amount of people that don't get it, that don't understand this lifestyle that we're on. They don't understand the path that we're going down. Like I said, I know you're trying to improve yourself right now, but if you're surrounding yourself with people that don't want to get better, that don't want to improve, they want to stay exactly the same and actually get worse, you're going to try to leave and get pulled back down. You've heard this saying so many times that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The 5 people you spend the most time with are going to affect who you are, how you are, what you do. Imagine that this right here is your friend group and that you are trying to move away from your friend group. You are moving in opposite directions. They're getting worse while you're getting better. And now imagine there's this invisible rubber band around you guys, keeping you together. And as you get farther and farther away, the tension builds and builds, and you snap back. It's easy to go back to these bad habits because there is resistance towards you becoming better. Because they're always saying, get back on the game, come out with us, let's go hang out, let's go drink, let's go smoke. They're distracting you from your goals, and they are pulling you back down. They're grabbing your legs, and they're pulling you back down to degeneracy. But you see, eventually, as you keep pulling and pulling away from them, the band's gonna snap. And once that band snaps, you guys are going in completely different directions. You don't talk to them anymore, they're not your friends. But your relationship with them is like that rubber band. And even though you are moving in completely different directions and they aren't supporting you, when you decide to keep that relationship, that rubber band will constantly have resistance on you. You are constantly going to be pulled back towards degeneracy. Which is why the best decision is to cut the rubber band as early as you can so that there is no resistance. There is nobody holding you back. You can move in the direction that you want without people telling you that it's cringe, without people making fun of you for it, without them pulling you back down to do the things that you said that you wanted to stop doing. I know you consider these people friends, But I also know that you understand that these aren't the type of people that you really want to surround yourself with, that are going to make you better. You should really make this decision to cut these friends off, especially if they're not really your friends in the first place. If they make fun of you already, if they seem to be less interested in you, not really inviting you to things, talking to you at school, but it seems like you're already the outcast of the group. If any of those things are true, get this into your head. They aren't your friends. They are not your friends. Do real friends make fun of you and pull you down all the time, or are they trying to help you get better? Real friends will actually care about you. It is actually better to be lonely than to be surrounded by all these fake friends who are bringing you down because you're on self-improvement, who make fun of you because you are trying to improve your life. There are two ways to cut off these friends. The first way is the slow way. You know how girls will start giving like slow, infrequent responses when they don't want to talk to a guy anymore, when they're trying to show them they're not interested, and how the guy will usually get the hint and stop texting them? You're basically going to do that same thing, but with your friend group. You're going to give them short replies, not text as much. You're going to take longer and longer to respond, slowly ghost them, slowly create that distance between you and your friends, until you aren't friends anymore, until they don't text you anymore and you stop talking to them. The tricky part here is if you see them at school, you're gonna have to stop sitting with them, and you're most likely going to have to tell them at some point when they ask you that you don't want to hang out with them anymore. But that's only if they ask you. If you just stop sitting with them, stop hanging out with them, associating with them, they might let you go and not really ask what happened. The second way is the very quick but also a very uncomfortable way to do this. You can cut off your friends just by getting them together, by getting a group of friends together, or I guess you could do this like one by one and just telling them like, look, I'm on self-improvement and we're going down different paths. I know you guys want to play video games still and do all these things that I don't want to do anymore, and I feel like you guys don't really want to change, and that's completely okay. And I hope this isn't too abrupt, but I don't think we can be friends anymore. Most people aren't going to pick that option. I probably wouldn't pick that option. It's because it's just so much easier to slowly create distance than to abruptly say, I don't want to be your friend anymore. If you do pick the second option, which is to tell them abruptly, don't be a dick about it. Don't say you guys are losers, you guys are degenerates, like I'm better than you. Do it in a way that's genuine and that's nice, because the most likely you're going to be seeing them a lot more at school, outside of school, in your area, so you want to be basically like acquaintances. You don't want them to hate you, you just want to stop actively hanging out with them. Every teenager, every young guy on self-improvement will have to go through this process at some point. It definitely sucks, but you can't let them pull you back down, bro. You can't let the resistance of that rubber band keep pulling you back down to instant gratification, to the bad habits you are trying to leave. I'm not going to say that you're better than your friends, but just know this. You are on a better path, and you're going to end up in a better place. Just know that you are going in the right direction. So cut off these quote-unquote friends, and you're going to see a lot more progress, and you're going to see that you are actually able to move without that resistance. It will be worth it, and unfortunately, self-improvement is just this lonely road. It's this lonely path. The more people that we are able to get in this movement, the more teenagers that we are able to get onto self-improvement, the higher the chance that you'll meet somebody else on self-improvement, that you'll be able to make friends and create a brotherhood of guys who want to be better, who want to improve, and don't just want to do degenerate instant gratification habits. If you want that for yourself, scroll down right now, click the subscribe button, join our movement of teenagers who want to become better. These are the people that are like you. Also, if you like this video, or you leave a comment, it will push this video out into the algorithm to more people, to more teenagers who need this message, which means more teenagers who might get on self-improvement and you might be able to meet in real life. Cut off the degenerate friends. It will be worth it. And never stop improving. You'll be grateful for it later.